Hello, my name's Sorcha Dallas and welcome back to the Alasdair Gray Archive. I am so delighted with the outpouring and support for the Lanark and Alasdair Gray reading series that's been happening over the last month. Thank you to everyone who has shown an interest, who's participated, who's listened and viewed the videos. It is really much appreciated, and it really shows the breadth and scope of Alasdair's work and how much it meant to so many different people. For those of you who aren't aware, the Alasdair Gray Archive is a space that was established after Alasdair's death in 2019. We have got a physical space at the Whisky Bond in Glasgow, which will hopefully be opening when it's safe to do so later this year. For now, you can visit the archive via the website, www.thealasdairgrayarchive.org. But to finish and complete these readings, I thought it might be appropriate to read the last section from Lanark. And big thanks again to everyone for listening and participating in this project. After a while, he hobbled back to the space between the monuments and sat once again on the edge of the granite slab. He was tired and chilly, but perfectly content to wait. There was nobody about, but after a while he heard the crunch of a foot on gravel. A figure approached him, wearing the black and white clothes and carrying the silver-tipped staff of a chamberlain. Lanark had trouble focusing on the face under the wig. Sometimes it seemed to be Monroe, sometimes Gloopy. He said, "Monroe, Gloopy?" "Correct, sir," said the figure, bowing respectfully. "We have been sent to bestow on you an extraordinary privilege." "Who sent you?" said Lanark peevishly. "Institute or council? I dislike both. Knowledge and government are dissolving. I now represent the Ministry of Earth. Everything keeps getting renamed. I stopped caring. Don't try to explain." The figure bowed again and said, "You will die tomorrow at 7 minutes after noon." The words were almost drowned by a squawking gull turning in the sky overhead, but Lanark understood them perfectly. Like a mother's fall in a narrow lobby, like a policeman's hand on his shoulder, he had known or expected this all his life. A roaring like a terrified crowd filled his ears. He whispered, "Death is not a privilege. The privilege is knowing when." But I seem to remember passing through several deaths. They were rehearsals. After the next death, nothing personal will remain of you. Will it hurt? Not much. Just now, there is no feeling in your left arm. You can't move it. In a moment, it will get better again. But at 5 minutes after noon tomorrow, your whole body will become like that. For 2 minutes, you'll be able to see and think, but not move or speak. That will be the worst time. You will be dead when it stops. Lanark scowled with self-pity and annoyance. The chamberlain said respectively, "Have you a complaint?" "I ought to have more love before I die. I've not had enough." "That is everyone's complaint. You can appeal against a death sentence if you have something better to do." "If you're hinting that I should go in for more adventures, no thank you. I don't want them. But how will my son, how will the world manage when I'm not here?" The chamberlain shrugged and spread his hands. "Well, go away," said Lanark more kindly. "You can tell the Earth I would have preferred a less common end, like being struck by lightning, but I'm prepared to take death as it comes." The chamberlain vanished. Lanark forgot him, propped his chin on his hands, and sat a long time watching the moving clouds. He was a slightly worried, ordinary old man, but glad to see the light in the sky. I started making maps when I was small, showing place, resources, where the enemy and where love lay. I did not know time adds to land. Events drift continually down, effacing landmarks, raising the level like snow. I have grown up. My maps are out of date. The land lies over me now. I cannot move. It is time to go.